Welcome back to CBS News coverage of the Republican National Convention. A moment ago, we saw the former president's VP pick, J.D. Vance. Oh, there, he's still here. Came into the hall. He's up in the VIP box, greeting members of Trump's campaign team there. The theme tonight is Make America Safe Again. And we are set to hear from Americans that have been impacted by crime and drugs, a theme certainly tonight. The other big storyline this hour, and we'll have for you, are speeches by former rivals of Donald Trump, including UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and some new reporting to share with you. The former president, Donald Trump, has changed his schedule, is expected here in the hall shortly in order to hear the speeches by Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. Members of the campaign saying that this is a unity moment in their words as they shared those details about Donald Trump on his way here. Major Garrett.
So earlier today, I talked to Scott Walker, former governor of Wisconsin. I said, why did President Trump lose Wisconsin narrowly in 2020 after winning it narrowly in 2016? He said, tone. Suburbanites in Wisconsin did not like President Trump's tone. I said, what does that tell you about how this convention, how everything about it should sound to those suburbanites in Wisconsin? He said the tone has to be... Whoop.
Do you hear that?
I think the roar is indicating the arrival of the former president. Norah, as we see the president come in, Scott Walker said the tone has to be less about former President Trump and more about the country at large. Moments like this, to see Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, are part of an effort in that direction.
A short walk for Donald Trump. And you can get a glimpse of just the number of Secret Service agents surrounding the former president. He looks a little bit more energetic tonight.
He does.
Than last night. Certainly probably a little bit more emotional, his first public appearance. Continues to have his ear bandaged following that attempted assassination attempt, and a number of the delegates showing their support tonight by making some makeshift
impromptu headgear to resemble that, indeed. What would national conventions be without innovative headgear?
And they're greeting Sarah Huckabee Sanders, his former press secretary, currently the governor of Arkansas, Eric Trump. And there, his vice presidential pick, J.D. Vance. They are kicking off this 9 o'clock hour here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The crowd on its feet, as there's a series of really interesting speeches that we'll be following very closely this hour from two Republicans who fought hard to defeat Donald Trump for this nomination. Donald Trump's home state governor, Ron DeSantis, as well as Nikki Haley, the former governor of South Carolina, and most recently UN ambassador under President Trump. The question tonight is, what will be her message? Will she talk about foreign policy? Is she looking for a job in a new Trump administration? Some have talked about her as a potential Secretary of State. I want to bring in John Dickerson. John?
Well, you see the limits of unity beyond the party with Marjorie Taylor Greene there behind the president, who would be no one's idea of a unifying figure. But this is not about those the rest of the country. It's about unity within the party, and it will be fascinating to see and hear what Nikki Haley says directly about Donald Trump. She can testify to his character and steadfastly refused to, in the campaign, to make character claims about him. And she was there to have firsthand knowledge, since she was in the cabinet. And so many members of Trump's cabinet have come out and said he should not be president again. They are not invited to this convention, nor is Chris Christie, nor is former Speaker Paul Ryan. It is a unified Donald Trump party, not a unified Republican party. I'm also struck when Vivek Ramaswamy talked about the lie in Iraq. The entire Bush years and he also mentioned the financial collapse of 07 to 09. The entire Bush years are excised from this recollection of the party, and so which is another sign of how strong Donald Trump is in the party. But what Nikki Haley says, particularly and specifically from her own personal experience to Donald Trump, will be truly fascinating.
John Dickerson, thank you.